What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the podcast. This is Rebirth Radio, and we are your hosts. My name is Falco, and this is your other host named Yami. And today we're going to be talking about everything Astro Creation related, especially related to Phase 3. I hope you guys enjoy this one because it's going to be a banger. I already feel it. Dang, my light
Oh
just
yeah.
flickered. That was wild. But before we get into that, we gotta reprimand you motherfuckers real quick. I can't believe it. 99 likes? Really? 99?
Intrepid doesn't name and shame, but we do.
We definitely do. All you
Whoever,
motherfuckers.
one of you just needed to press like, and we would have hit 100 likes on the last episode.
Right.
Someone fell asleep on talking point number 3.
They really did. They had some Benadryl and they said, "Sorry, man."
Right? They
Kids
said,
had me up all day. Oh God! You know what?
Disappointing.
We believe in you guys.
Second chances. We believe in second chances.
Right, but this time you have to prove your loyalty even more. 150 likes. 150. All right, we got this.
You heard the man.
Exactly. And also, for all you guys who may have not made it to the end of the video last episode, we actually have a new thing for you guys. Once we reach 1K subscribers, we will be doing a live stream episode of us, doing
exciting.
So, subscribe.
These are pretty quirky to film. You're going to want to catch that.
You're definitely going to want to catch that.
I'm looking forward to it. I want to start doing them live, personally. I think that would just be better for the channel overall. But we record ahead. So
exactly.
Right now it's Sunday. These don't go up until Tuesday.
Exactly. So we're trying to get into a good flow, feng shui state of flow. So who knows? Maybe once we're on 1K, we'll have more people who actually want to watch a stream of us doing this. So yeah.
True.
Subscribe.
Yeah, I don't think it would do so hot right now anyway.
Right.
And just real quick, while we're still in the intro, try to get this over with, but join the Discord. There's a link down there. And check out our main channels. We post gameplay content there. And low-key, the podcast is doing a little better than our main channels.
It really is.
So check them out. Come on, fellas.
Come on.
I know you guys want to see some gameplay.
We love you guys regardless, though, because you guys are the real MVPs.
Yeah.
We always get people saying, we love the podcast. I'm like, well, what about our main channel?
But thank you.
But thank you. We love it, though. But
yeah, you guys are great.
You guys are great. Our first talking point. Wait, what is it today? What is it?
The first talking point. We had a lot of heartache with this talking point throughout the week, and it is gear prices and the state of the economy in Phase 3 right now, because it went wildly in a different direction than say 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Right.
The economy right now is a tornado.
It is.
What do you think about it?
It's definitely a grease fire, and I'm like trying to put it out, like not a good way. It's definitely not good.
Right.
Like it's a grease fire. It's one of those things where it's like certain things you didn't think were gonna be a problem were a problem, but more so than others. Like a lot of people are like reagents. Like I feel like where people were talking about reagents were so like pricey was when they were doing like woods and shit like that and like stuff like that. But I think the reagents were a problem for like the crafting, not for the processing. The crafting seems like the part where the reagents are getting a little steep. Like I saw someone selling a Journeyman, like today, before we film this, was it the 5th of October? Someone selling a Journeyman lumberjacking bag. Guess how much they're selling it for? I'll wait. Everyone down below, comment. How much do you think they're selling a Journeyman lumberjacking bag for? 99 gold. 99. Guess how much it took to make it, just in fees and like all the bullshit you had to make the dried braidwood boards, just common braidwood boards, by the way. It took like 40 gold and shit. 40 gold. That's,
how ridiculous that is, and how asymmetrically skewed the crafting fees are towards like leatherworking and stuff, and even carpentry to an extent. I'm a weaponsmith, and life is good. I don't have a lot of crafting fees. I just today crafted another greatsword, and my crafting fee was 35 sword final touches, which is like 10 silver, and like a 25 silver fee for the craft, and that was it. So I'm in for under half a gold. And then you have well, I guess the refining fees for the whole steps of the way, but it's so much cheaper. Like leatherworking, it's in a bad spot.
Right.
I don't know. The fees are exorbitant.
But it's not even like a thing like we don't want to pay money. We don't want money to go out the game. Like I get what they're trying to do. They're trying to make it so money comes in just as fast as it leaves, so that like money doesn't get devalued. But I think there's a better way they can do that by making like bags easier to make, but making it so you have to either use more materials on them or they degrade. They're not like everlasting like they currently are. There's ways that they can do it without
or just cost repair them with materials.
Exactly. Like there needs to be
something like that.
something.
And that's a big thing that we always hammer on the Ashes economy. And I think they're going to add it eventually, but right now they have no plans to do that we've heard of. Is making stuff making stuff not permanent.
Yeah.
Adding some flavor of impermanence to things like recipes,
Right.
bags, even weapons. I'd be perfectly okay with my weapon completely breaking beyond repair after, so many repairs. Make it, for epics, 1K repairs, for legendary, 2K repairs. But eventually, this shit's got to go.
I mean, that's the thing how it is on like a game I used to play called Mabinogi, and that game was made in 2002, and it's a fantasy life like MMO where you would go to like a blacksmith and they would repair your weapon, and they have like a certain chance of like chinking some of your durability off to some point where you would hit so much durability off it, your weapon would have like 10 durability, and it would probably not even be worth like using anymore because you die once. And
one death out in the world and it's broken.
Exactly. So it's
I mean, it can asymptote down at 0. It doesn't have to reach 0 durability completely broken, but it's going to be really inconvenient to use that, which makes sense. If you're swinging a sword at a goblin for 35 years, it probably won't be the best sword anymore.
Exactly.
It probably won't. I don't care how good of a craftsman you are.
Right. So I don't know. I know they have. This is not set in stone. There's a lot of new shit. There's
exactly. This isn't the final state of the game.
This is not at all. This is the beginning of their iterations, in my opinion, on how the economy shall function. Well, yeah, we definitely have
right now the economy is ugly. Just a little side note.
It is.
Like, you're not going to see this on my YouTube channel for a very long time, but I sold 2 pieces of carving gear today. Some carving gear that I got before the drop rates were nerfed to hell. It was some green boots and a blue belt. Both were of the Akadira set. And I sold them each 160 gold each. 320 for the 2-piece set. And there's a good reason for that.
Right. Because it's impossible. You can't make them currently, for one.
You can't make them. The armor smithy, like, we have a very good mayor in Winstead on the Shoal Realm. We have Strix, and he is on top of it. He's good at communicating. He has a very solid plan for upgrading all of the smithies and making sure everything's taken care of. We have a smithy for higher tier ingots. We got a smithy for weaponsmithing. That's going to Grandmaster pretty soon. They're already working on it. Which we have a talking point later on. No, the naming scheme is just terrible.
It's horrible.
And then we also have a smithy for armor smithing, but it's been bugged for, I don't know, 2 weeks now.
Right.
Like there's a reason I'm selling green gear for 160 gold, because you can't there's no alternative.
Right.
And I mean, shit, going into November here soon, there's probably going to be a fresh start realm. It's like, it's probably worth paying 160 gold. At least get some fun before everyone swaps to the fresh start.
And some people may think that's propaganda because like it hasn't been confirmed, but like it
hasn't been denied.
It's best to be pleasantly surprised than sadly disappointed, right? In the sense, like, it's better to be like, oh, they didn't make one, cool, I get to keep my character, or being like, dang, they made one, I did all this preparation for my freaking summoner, but now no one's gonna be on this server, you know? So I would say keep that pleasantly surprised, but not overly optimistic approach with this alpha, because shit, it's a moving train. Sometimes it's a moving train wreck. But you know, it is the way it is, you know, it's an alpha. But let's talk about recipes. We always talk about this. I bet you devs are like, can they talk about something else? Like, can they give us something else?
No, we can't. You know why? Because we have PTS me from New World.
Yeah.
Come on now. Yeah. It's like, you want MMO feedback. We've got thousands of hours with this recipe crap. Yeah. And right now, the way it stands, it's gonna get ugly, and it's already getting ugly.
It's very ugly. It's very. Once everyone has all the glory about recipes and they've learned it, and there's no reason to learn it again, it kind of just goes to zero. No one wants it, you know. Like, and that's the same way it went with this pickaxe we got from the Forge, which is supposed to be like this really good pickaxe, which is the Slagbreaker pickaxe. That's the
best pickaxe,
right? For Journeyman, that is. But
for Journeyman,
yeah, but we couldn't sell it for anything. No one wants it because it just doesn't do enough in the game currently, because we don't have that real good, what they call it, that dynamic, like the dynamic gathering of resources, because that's just not in the game yet. It will be at some point. They'll figure it out. I have high hopes for the Intrepid, developer team, that they'll figure it out. But at this current point in time, like, that compounding with not being able to get dynamic resources and not feeling like it's, I guess you would call it, it's not properly skewed, like with what's called spoils and with the rarity
Oh yeah,
of
like the
the.
rarity is not working.
Yeah,
It doesn't feel like getting a high rarity pickaxe does anything for you. If a
exactly.
tree's legendary, it's gonna be legendary for the most part.
Exactly. It doesn't feel like, oh, I can actually feel that my mining rarity on my gear, on my skivvies, on my shirt, on my belt, and all that is actually contributing to me getting a higher chance of getting like the resources. And I know that's without like the freaking mining potion or the mining drink or whatever they're gonna come out with, or the mining food and stuff like that. But like, at what point are you actually going to see the slight increase? Even with like the quantity, I rarely feel like I'm getting much more of the resource from quantity. You know what I mean? Especially
Very,
considering the fact you need so
very
much of it.
rarely.
Right.
Right, right. Very, very rarely.
Like, I would love to see a lot more quantity with my like wood cutting, especially considering the fact that right now I'm trying to make a glory bound bow that uses like 600 like ash wood. Wouldn't it be better to get more than a chance to get six? Like, oh
That's
no.
fair.
All right, like, I don't know.
And the thing with the static rarity is with the rumors of fresh start realms coming out so soon, this is something they have to fix before the fresh start realm. I don't know why my camera's so blurry. Sorry guys. Oh, wait, there it goes. We're back.
It doesn't
We're
look that
back.
blurry to me, but
It was blurry on my screen.
huh.
But that, like we were talking about the slag breaker mining pickaxe. That
Uh-huh.
recipe was, I swear it was like 80 to 90 gold when we saw it drop for the first time in the forge.
Mm-hmm.
Now you can get it for 6 gold. I saw it on the exchange for 6 gold and no one was buying it. It's been there.
Uh-huh.
So kind of makes you wonder, what's the point, you know?
Right,
And then
right.
once one person knows that mining pickaxe recipe, there's not a lot of point to you learning it too, because do you remember off the top of your head what you need for that mining recipe for that
I think
pickaxe?
you need like 10 like glittering like ingots or some shit like that.
Okay, yeah, go on. What
And I think
else?
it was like 10 like, but it wasn't braidwood, was it? Was it braidwood?
It was 20 dried braidwood boards.
Oh, 20. Ooh. And that's
With
60
yeah.
braidwood. That's 60
No, that's
braidwood.
80. It's the
Or 80?
dried. It's 80.
Oh,
Not just the regular
well, I thought it
braidwood
was three
boards.
times.
No, 3 times for a board, 4 times for a dried braidwood board.
Oh, that is four times. You're
Yeah,
right.
with extra
Oh.
reagents. So you're gonna be in
Ooh.
for, just if you want to make a common pickaxe, just the reagents. You're looking at what, 50, 60, and the gold,
Yeah, yeah.
and
It's
the rarity
expensive.
does like fuck all right now.
Yeah. Yeah, it's expensive. It's
So like
expensive.
there's no incentive for you to learn the recipe is what I'm saying. Let one person on the server learn it, and then just toss them 10 gold and say, hey, make me this.
Right.
That's
But they're gonna be like, oh, but don't worry, pay me 70 gold to get the resources for it.
and that's what I
uh,
really hate. All these reagent fees are taking away the price, that the gold that would otherwise go to the gatherer. I
what do you
mean,
think about this though? Do you think the reason why they're making the price like that right now is because they're like they don't have a way, at least currently on this like part of the alpha, to make people, instead of paying gold to repair their ship, use like repair it with like actual materials?
I think it's a bad job if that's what they're doing.
I mean, it feels like that because, like, imagine, let's say hypothetically, and for like the Slagbreaker pickaxe,
Sure.
when you need to repair half of it, you need to use like two glittering, like maybe it's two dried braidwood boards to like let
Hmm.
for 50%, and like two like glittering ingots or something like that.
Hmm.
I mean, that's
Okay.
still expensive,
It's
but
extremely
but
expensive. Sure.
maybe it takes like 10 gold to make the pickaxe or something like that. Maybe it's like 10 gold, but like over time, that pickaxe is
Over
gonna be
it,
extremely expensive.
yeah, it's going to be more expensive to keep repairing it through that method than just crafting it once, one and done. Like oh, sorry, it's 10 dried braidwood boards. I just had to go verify. That's 40 braidwood.
Right,
Actually,
right.
I have the crafting calculator here. Let me look at the craft fees. Whew. Okay, 34 gold in
Yeah,
reagents.
yeah.
So
Imagine, right? So it'd be
yeah,
like it would over time. If let's say if you're a miner that mines a lot, it's still gonna be more expensive to own it over time than to
Right.
get it initially. So it's like, I wonder. That's probably how it's gonna end up being.
Mm-hmm.
Like you may not use your best pickaxe all the time, only for
No,
those
I would
low
hate
things.
that. I
Like
would hate that.
I'm
Don't
like
make.
even for weapons. Like maybe I'm gonna use my Night Reaver sword for Firebrand because
Ooh, I
I
mean,
need it.
Steven did say that, right?
But
Because
you
he
know,
wasn't didn't he introduce the idea of mounts having a finite amount of lives? Wasn't
yeah,
that Steven's
yeah,
idea?
yeah. I mean,
So
we all were
he said
talking about it like on this
yeah,
talk. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, but I remember in a really old pre-Alpha 2 live stream he was mentioning it.
Right,
And then he was also like, you're not gonna want to use your best mount everywhere. So
right,
I could see them doing don't use your best mining pickaxe on every rock. It's like
right.
you don't want to repair that flag breaker. It's not cheap.
Exactly,
But
exactly. You may not want to use that sword because you're
even though
not
it's the same
Firebrand.
concept, I would hate that.
I
Ew.
mean, I wouldn't mind it. I mean, it's kind of one of those things where I think people are gonna do the same thing when they're trying to fight people. Like, oh,
I mean,
I don't wanna lose this sword if I go red. So I'm a kind of like on RuneScape. People don't use their best gear to fight people in the wilderness. They have
that's
gear
fair.
that's
Yeah.
like they have the salad robes, and they're
Right.
like, all right, let me go fight with that. Or like, oh, this
Yeah,
person's
yeah, yeah.
lower level than me, so I don't need this great gear to kill it. I'm gonna just wear some of this Forsaken Blade gear and whoop his ass in that. And I don't care if I lose his
Mhm.
gear. I'm still gonna whoop him because I'm higher level than him. I
Mhm.
think that's where PvP may go to on this game, or just stuff. People are gonna treat it like RuneScape in a sense. Like, oh, okay, I don't want to lose this gear, but I have good gear that's cheap. Because at some point, gear is gonna be like that if they don't properly know how to scale it. There's gonna be extremely good low tier gear. Because right now the level 20 gear is the high tier gear, but at some point level 20 gear is going to be the low tier gear, and 50 is going to be the high tier. People will start
Mhm.
using Glory Bound to kill level 20s at level 50 or something like that. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, yeah, yeah. I get what you mean.
That'd
Do
be
you
interesting.
think do you think because the repair, if they do ever make it so materials are needed to repair your gear, like your armor and your weapons and
Mm-hmm.
all of that,
Mm-hmm.
do you think you would ever not use your best gear when PvEing? Like, because when you die, you lose about 10% durability.
It
Do you
depends.
think it's gonna be like old school RuneScape way back in the day when you'd only bring 3, maybe 4 for protect 1, but you
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't bring like going out with full Guthans and Fury and stuff? That was risky.
I think it depends where I'm at, right? Kind of like on RuneScape. If I'm going to Bandos, yeah, then probably not. If I'm going to Abyssal Demons, I'm bringing all my gear because I'm not gonna
Oh, I
die.
mean, yeah, for
You
sure. But
know.
I'm saying like if you're going to a big dungeon, you think you're not bringing your best gear?
I mean, it depends if I trust my team. Because it's different than RuneScape because you go solo, so
Right.
you're
Yeah.
at the whim of yourself. But like maybe if I trust my tank and my healers and all the people I'm with, I'm probably bringing my best gear because I'm like, I'm not, I don't, and people are probably gonna be a lot less likely to do dumb pulls once they know that a lot
That's
more is
true.
at stake other than money. I would hope.
Yeah, I would like
I
that.
I would hope people probably are like maybe we shouldn't pull that extra, flame stoker or
Hmm.
because I don't have the coal or I don't have the
Right.
stuff to repair my steel,
It's like every time you
bow.
die, that's 2 glittering strands.
Right, like I might not be able to kill freaking what's called the dude at the bottom. What's his name? Freaking
Oh, Zammer?
oh Zammer. I don't have enough durability to kill Zammer.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. The
So,
glittering strands are so expensive now, by the way, guys. Check your storage sheds, because now that Grandmaster weaponsmithing is coming. Grandmaster Journeyman weaponsmithing. I hate this naming so much.
we're gonna
Now
talk
that
about
that's
that.
now that that's that's actually the next point. I'm no, we're going into that right now. I hate this fucking
What?
naming
Are you sure?
convention.
Wait, that actually is the thing. That's the next one.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay,
That's the
okay,
next
okay.
talking point. But now, as I was saying, now that the Grandmaster Journeyman weaponsmithing station is coming online, glittering
No,
strands.
let's say it again. Let's say it the other way. It's a
Okay,
journeyman
sorry. It's
station
a
with grandmaster capabilities within journeyman. Journeyman grandmaster, because it's journeyman.
right, right. Yeah, of
It's
course,
journeyman. It's
of
journeyman
course.
before anything.
Right, sure. Fair enough. It's Journeyman Grandmaster tier. Um. So then we're gonna have Grandmaster stations eventually,
Mhm.
or Journeyman Grandmaster and Grandmaster Journeyman. It's like, bro,
Master grandmaster, master
needless.
master station.
What I was We're so close to master armor. Oh, this is gonna get annoying. Call it tier 1, 2, and 3. Jeez.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, Thornstride emblems and glittering strands are getting up there. So check your storage sheds. That's just a PSA because we sold ours for like 3 gold each a couple days ago, and it was a lot of money.
It was.
It
It
was
was
a
beautiful.
thick payout.
It was beautiful. Yeah, I mean,
but yeah, like we were saying, if you don't, I was gonna say, if you don't know what we're talking about, go on the game, press N to open up your node menu, then go to the buildings tab and click on one of the Journeyman stations, a smithy, hideworks, whatever, and then in the bottom
right.
In the bottom right. Wait, where do you go from there when you click on it? Oh, then you go to the bottom right corner. I think there's a blue button, and you hit
access like upgrades or something like that.
Yeah, access, like it brings you to like a branching tree from left to right across your screen.
Yeah.
And then if you hover over the different nodes, it'll be like, okay, you have the base Journeyman station, then the next tier up is master tier. And you can spec into like, I don't know, armor smithing, weapon smithing for a smithy and so on. And then the next tier up that is grandmaster, but they're all under the Journeyman tag. And if you don't know, level 30 gear is going to be master, level 40 gear is going to be grandmaster. So that's why we're saying you're going to have master, grandmaster. It's going to get
and what's weird is that when you go to the station, when it is the master variant of the Journeyman station, it says master or it says grandmaster on it. So like that can be so confusing to someone walking up to it, being like, if they aren't like privy to looking on the map and being like, oh, it's actually a Journeyman station, it's just of the master variant of it. It's like, what is it? It looks like they need to have a thing that says Journeyman and then in parentheses next to it master or something like that, so that people know it's a Journeyman freaking station. It just has the capabilities of making level 26, which is master, or grandmaster, which is level 29. You know.
But sometimes I'll ask global chat. I'll be like, how far away are we from grandmaster weaponsmithing? And then I always get a DM every time. That's how I know I'm not chatting shit. I get a DM every time saying, I thought we were only going to Journeyman on this realm. Or we can go to 40 weaponsmithing already? No.
You poor sweet autumn child. You poor sweet autumn child. They screwed the pooch on this one. There definitely needs to be a better way of naming it. So, or there needs to be some type of not abbreviation, some type of like thing within parentheses that says like 26, because that's also a thing that people didn't know, or a lot of us didn't know when we first got into the game, was not all like adept or radiant gear is the same. There's your 23, which is like your Journeyman, the initial Journeyman, and then there's your 26, which is your glory bound, which is your master tier of Journeyman. And then there's your 29, which is your thorn bound or thorn strike,
or your thorn strike, your thorn strike, your Carfin weapons and gear. Which, by the way, we forgot to talk about that during the econ section, but those Carfin recipes, bro.
Oh, they suck. They suck.
They're so stupid.
They're they suck. Yeah.
Like Falco was actually had a good point the other night. He's like, by the time you actually get everything together to craft this shit, you're not gonna want it anymore. Like when this game when live and you're going, the max level's 50, you're not gonna have everything to craft a single Carfin weapon until you're well into your 30s. And even if you do, you're not gonna want it. Because like the Carfin longbow, the long sight bow, it's not even that good. The waterfalls are trash. It's a decent tank bow, but there's better options that are easier to make, much easier to make.
100%. And it's one of those things, like we were in Carfin and we were just chatting shit. You know, we shoot the breeze, and we were like, most of these mobs here, we're probably not gonna even be killing after 25, because we usually try to kill something that's like level 3, like 4 levels higher. We're probably gonna be in the Jundark, because that's like the next area up, like close. It's adjacent to the Riverlands. It has like level 30 mobs, and you're kind of just breeze past this place. So you're not going to craft it. At least most people. Like I said, some people may not. Some people may go the crafting route. There's a lot of obviously different avenues that they're trying to make for people, but like the most people who are trying to go for their adventuring level 50 are going to be using probably Flameheart shit, because that's like the level 23. I don't feel like people are going to go through 26 and 29 unless they're going back on an alt. Like maybe if I'm on the alt and I have a bunch of money at level 50, and I'm like, oh, let me go make some stuff, because you're probably gonna have a lot more money, like akin to like for level 20 stuff at level 50. I would assume.
Yeah.
You're you know.
Oh, I hate when alts add replayability though.
Right.
I don't think that's a valid gameplay loop.
Yeah.
Like your 26 stuff, you should be able to comfortably craft by the time you hit 26 or like
Right.
around that time.
I mean,
Your 29s,
I don't
you don't
mind
mind it?
alts. I don't mind
Like
alts giving replayability because I like having an alt just in general because
no, I do too, but
yeah,
I'm a big alt enjoyer. I currently have an alt, even on Ashes or Alpha 2.
yeah, yeah.
But it sucks when there's things like this that are specifically that only get purpose when you come back on an alt.
Mm-hmm.
I just think that's flat and simple poor design.
Right.
Like Carfin recipes are fucking ridiculous, for
Yeah.
lack of a better word,
They feel
and
like
they're
very
not that
much.
good.
They feel like a thing, like it's meant to be a cosmetic and not really meant to serve a purpose for like actual damage. Like I would use it because the Carfin bow looks cool and it looks like a little trophy item for that specific tier in Journeyman, but it doesn't really serve a purpose in the grand scheme because a glory bound weapon just feels like it's easier to make and it's stronger and it's level 26.
Especially Pyrebrand. If you get a Pyrebrand longbow or a Night Reaver greatsword,
Right.
what do you don't need Carfin at all. It's so much easier to make and it's stronger with better
Exactly.
waterfall stats.
And that brings me to another point that we just forgot to talk about in the previous one is that we haven't even had like a real good shot at trying out like the set gear. So we don't know how actually good it feels to run like Carfin or the sea the sea gear
Oh,
or
Sea Bright or
the sea bright or sea brand
Tide Warden
the
or
tide there's
something like
tide
that.
breaker I guess they're called or tide basically the
Oh, I
gear
know
that has
the
proc
Tide
effects.
Piercer set is very expensive.
Tide
The
Piercer
Tide
as
Piercer
well.
set is going for
Yeah.
like even in common, it's going for 80 gold a piece.
Exactly. But we have
Just for the set effects.
your average Joe hasn't had a chance to actually test out the Tide Piercer or any of the proc sets that they added, unless you're in the PTR, unless that's what you're going for. But usually recently on the PTR, it's been the Summoner, and it hasn't been to test out proc sets. I feel like Intrepid should definitely put some time aside on like a PTR or something to let people try out the proc sets to make sure people actually enjoy and feel like they actually add some flavor to the game. Because right now there's a lot of proc sets that have a lot of the same procs, like the might and the
Oh,
freaking
the
warden
finesse.
and not even just the finesse. That's not a proc
Oh,
thing, but
you're
like
talking about that's the set bonus.
yeah,
You're talking about like the
like might,
bulwark.
the bulwark, the might, the regeneration one, which we
Mm-hmm.
use. Those ones we haven't actually got to like try them, except for us. We did try the one that gave regeneration on the summoner, and it felt really good.
Oh, it felt great.
It felt good.
That's the next. Don't get too ahead of yourself now.
Yeah. But we got to try it, but we would love to try more. To give better feedback.
Well, here's the deal. I'm looking right now on the codex because that Tide Piercer set, I'm serious. It's really good. The side effect is great, and the pieces are very expensive.
Right.
Guess how much the crafting fees are to make a Tide Piercer piece?
I wouldn't be surprised if it wasn't like 20 gold or something.
5 gold. 5 gold for the chest plate, the biggest piece. 5 gold, 94 silver. So the only reason that shit is 80 gold a piece is because the armor smithy is bugged, and it's been bugged, and it could really use attention. So
definitely.
Let that be the message. Keep getting Discord notifications. Let that be the message for this podcast if any devs are listening.
Right.
Armor smithy, the master tier, the journeyman tier, master sub tier armor smithy in Winstead needs attention. Strix has been he's been trying to be on top of it.
Right. And can we put this out there, guys? Like, I know you guys think we're the freaking messiah. Like, Intrepid doesn't listen to us. They don't even fuck with us. But but they do listen to the community, as you noticed from the previous episode when we talked about them actually finally holding people accountable by saying like abbreviations of their name and shit. Like they're gonna make something like that. You guys actually have a bigger voice than you think. You guys let them know that we don't want them to make another fresh start. At least we don't, unless they are able to fix a lot of these bugs that are currently going on in the game. Like, unless they're able to fix,
do not do it.
Don't make another server without like the bug for the armor smithy not being fixed, or just like certain things.
And don't just fix it on the PTR. Fix it in Shoal in the live realm, and then make another realm if you must. But don't you make another fresh start realm before everything is ironed out that fucked up this realm.
Yeah.
Please don't. Please.
Don't do that. And it's not because we don't want our characters to be deleted. Like we probably one of the few people who always get a level 25 character and play the freaking breaks off of each test, and we don't mind doing it again. But it's like we don't want to run into the same issues, especially when it's
Down the
like things that
line.
can be
It's stuff that's so
fixed,
preventable.
Like that's just my thing. I don't really care about playing it again. It just gives me more content anyway. I was like, let's get more content. Like, but we want it to be, sustainable. That's just the thing. So
Sustainable
yeah,
and with with some prudence,
yeah,
with some forward thinking, with some thoughts to the longevity of the realm, because that was the whole selling point for phase 3, the
right.
longest save file of any of the phases.
I agree.
You
I
you
agree.
get you gotta get a solid foundation with this shit, man.
You definitely do,
You
especially
can't.
with the economy. The economy is
It's a
so
it's a damn shame that we don't that we still have static rarity.
yeah.
That's a damn shame.
It is. It is. It's
This
disappointing.
October is the anniversary for Alpha 2, isn't it? We're
It
coming up
is.
on 1 year this month.
Yeah, I think it's October like 8th or something like that.
25th?
25th or
Was it
some
the 8th
some.
or
It,
13th? Somewhere.
it's I don't know,
It's in
guys.
the
I'm
month.
not
It's
gonna
in the
lie.
month.
It's in
I
October.
remember. I remember 25th off the top of my head,
I
but
mean,
it
they was pushed back a few times, so like
right.
I don't remember.
Maybe it was the first.
I
Are we
don't know.
past the 1 year mark?
Comment down below if you remember the actual freaking day, because I don't. I don't. I'm not gonna lie, and we all don't. Comment down below before this man says it, because he's looking it up right now and he's about to say it. So
Hurry up.
do you know? Say it.
Oh, October 25th. I was right.
Okay, all right. It probably was
Yeah.
pushed back or postponed. I swear it was
Yeah.
postponed at some
I
point.
think it was. I think it was supposed to be the 8th, and then it got pushed to the 25th, like another 2 weeks or something.
Yeah.
That kind of rings a bell.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
like we're saying, we're coming up on the anniversary this year or this month.
Like, let's
So
make it a bang for
static
this
rarity
November.
is so so bleh.
Baby.
Like
So
it's so
baby.
baby for a dynamic game like this.
Yeah. But it's an alpha, and we're gonna talk about it because
Yeah, we
there's some
like
more
that.
stuff to talk about.
This right now we're 31. We're 31 minutes in. This is the shit talking portion. The next 30
I don't
minutes is
feel
all
like we
gonna
were
be
shit.
glazing.
I'm gonna keep it. I'm
Well,
gonna keep it a beat. That I don't feel like we were shit talking. We were very actionable with what we said. I mean, I don't know. I gave a few ways they said they could improve the naming nomenclature of their freaking journeyman, master, grandmaster stations. I'm sure they understand that is fucking weird and fucking
they
crazy.
get it. I mean, I'm sure the dev who was putting it in there said this is stupid as he's doing it.
Right.
I would bet money on it.
It's fucking crazy. But I digress.
They said, everyone, we're so close to Journeyman Master. I said, what? What are we close to? What are we close to? Want to run that by me again?
That messed us up when we were hearing about it. Cause I remember before we go to the next thing, just a brief story. I remember you had a person who hit you up and they were like, "Oh, we're not gonna be able to make this because you have to get journeyman, you have to get master and
Yes.
grandmaster to make this."
Yes.
And we were like, "What? That don't." Even, I
And
was
I
like, "That don't
started
even make
propagating
sense."
that.
I was like, "That don't even make
Right?
sense."
That don't make no damn sense.
Because I was like,
And then
"Oh, this is what he means."
and then Falco eventually discovered what he was really talking about. But as far as I knew, I was telling all my friends, like my friend Ren really wanted the daggers from the
The
bloomed maw.
Bluma,
And
yeah.
I was like, I hate to say this, because he was saving up so many mats to craft it. I was like, I hate to
Right,
say this, but you need Grandmaster tier Smithy to make that. And he's
right.
like, you're kidding me.
I'm
No
like,
fucking way.
that
No,
didn't
it's a
even make
journeyman
sense.
Smithy. It's just
Right.
Grandmaster tier.
Right. I was
Like,
like, that don't make sense. Why would you make a level 20 weapon at a Grandmaster station? That don't make any sense.
but that's what the whole server was thought. That's what we all thought.
Right. So like, explain
Just a
somehow.
clear misnomer. Very
Explain.
clear.
Make it more clear.
Like I said, just
Explain.
tier 1, 2, and 3. The Roman
Right.
numerals. That's all you need, man. Keep it simple.
Right. You gotta keep
Smithy,
it.
Journeyman Smithy 1, Journeyman Smithy 2. You know?
Mm-hmm. Definitely. God.
Well, we're kind of late into this. What's the first word?
The first word is pin.
Pen.
Pin.
That looks like a nice pen. Is that an Apple pen?
No, it's a
Oh,
pin that my friend brought me from Japan.
okay. It's
Yeah.
probably still a nice pen then.
Yeah, this. You see it? You probably don't see it. It's yeah.
Not through Discord. The
Not through
quality is so
Discord.
shit on Discord. You guys probably see it on YouTube.
It
But
says calm.
That's
Uh,
the next section. We're all gonna be calm for this shit.
all right.
That's the word,
Honestly,
calm.
calm, calm. Okay, so the next thing, we're going all backwards. Cause all this is the run of show. I feel like Margaret Cron right now. It's all over the place.
Whoa, that was a
Whoa.
crazy slight.
No, that was a
That was
slight. That
insane.
was because Steven always goes all over the
No, no,
place.
no, don't
Margaret,
do this.
no,
Don't do
that
this.
was because
That was
that was
crazy.
because Steven always goes all over the place. I agree with Margaret. Steven needs to stick with the run of show. Margaret made it, you know. So I agree with you, Margaret. You stay blessed. All right, all right. It's all love
Okay.
here. It's all love here, Margaret. It's all love. No, there's nothing. No malice here. You're great. Um, you're annoying.
I'm just running it back in my head.
You're,
But okay,
you're
let's keep it pushing. Let's
annoying.
keep it pushing, shall we?
Next
So our
thing,
thoughts. This
yeah.
is our thoughts on the summoner here.
Okay, we're gonna go with okay.
Okay,
All right,
let's get into that.
all right. Our
We
thoughts.
were able to play the summoner this week, just like everyone
Yes.
else on the PTR. When they messed up that big patch to the live game and brought up the realms for the
Mhm.
PTR,
Mhm.
we all got a chance to hop back in there for a couple hours and test it out,
Mhm.
and we tested it out quite a lot.
It was fun. It was fun.
It was great. It wasn't just fun. It was great.
It was great. A lot of people don't agree, which is cool with me. Like to each his their own.
Yeah.
But I actually really enjoyed, or we both really enjoyed playing all of the different types or sub archetypes of the summoner. I guess you would call it, because the summoner is one of the first archetypes that can kind of go in between each type of support or damage. You know, you can be a healer, you can be a tank, you can be a DPS, and they all feel fun. Way more fun than being a tank does. You know, getting punched in the face. Like now I have some,
And
you
way
know,
stronger.
way stronger, and
Way
a lot more
stronger.
support, a lot more supportive actions. Like okay, before we get into anything, what is your favorite? I have my favorite move. We're gonna say it at the same time.
Oh
Don't
wait,
say your
hold on. Let
favorite
me think.
move.
Let me think. Let me think. I
What
have
was
like
your
3 or
favorite
4
move?
favorites.
What's your
I gotta make like. Let me
I
think.
think I know what your favorite is. I know what my favorite is.
Well, now I want to say it's something else just so you don't get it.
Uh, what's your favorite
I
move?
can't. Let's do it on. Go ahead. Countdown.
On three. 1, 2, 3. Void.
Void.
Void. Void. Void.
Void is. I've
Void.
cussed so much this episode, but it's fucking
It's
awesome.
great. It's one of those ones that looks really good, but it
And
also is really good.
right, right. They
Like
nailed Void.
the silence on it and the damage over time is just amazing. It's one of those ones that you can't help but enjoy the utility and damage with it, you know? Like it's
It's
like
like
the version of the Rangers like vines, but it's like in my opinion might be a little better.
it's so much better.
Right.
Like if you have a coordinated team of all summoners, you can while you're doing PvE and fighting mobs and stuff, you can
Mm-hmm.
get constant voids. Like you can okay, I'm next, I'm next, I'm next, and you can have the mobs permanently silenced. They can't use abilities. They like tanking is gonna be a breeze, bro.
It
Like
is.
if you're say you're doing the forge, they can't anvil slam. The chirurgeons in the forge, they can't teleport and do chains of suffocation and all of that. You are the
Right.
chains of suffocation.
And then you hit them with
Like,
that one move that's the AoE friggin' stun while they're in the silence. You just
oh
stun them while
yeah,
they're silenced. It's like, what? Like,
it's so good. They nailed the summoner, and it breaks my heart to
right,
see so much summoner hate this week. Like you go in the
right.
discords, people are talking shit. Half the kit doesn't work.
It's
Okay,
like, give
so
me a
fucking what is
break.
PTR?
It
Like
is.
they're clearly that you see what it's supposed to do. That's clearly what it's eventually going to do. This is the first play test for it.
Mm-hmm.
The kit that did work was so good.
Right. Like
They
everything
they
that
always do archetypes right. Always.
they always do. They should whoever's did the summoner or who spearheaded the summoner, give them a raise, Steven. You heard that from Rebirth Radio. It's
Hell yeah.
the
They
team deserves
they
a
get the
raise.
sponsor.
They give them a pizza party. Give them something.
Don't give them a pizza party.
No,
Don't give them a.
they'll
I
quit
would hate
if you do
that.
that. They'll
If I code
quit.
void and you give me a pizza party, my spot in the office is about to turn into a void.
That's fine. Don't give him a pizza party. Give him a
Now
raise.
Steven wouldn't do that. He wouldn't do that. He takes care of his people.
He definitely does. He definitely does. I don't know. It's just I liked it. I really enjoyed the tank. I'm not a big tank person, but I like how the summoner feels like it definitely, you're gonna know the shit summoners from the good summoners because they're gonna be able to tank, especially if they're in the tank position. They're gonna be able to tank while still doing damage and still being able to support the team and support themselves. Same thing with healers, they're gonna be able to do that, and same thing DPS. Obviously, DPS is just DPS, it's good,
Mhm.
but it's like the tank and the summoner or in the healer or the mystic felt really good even without being able to click or have nameplates and
Oh
click
yeah,
on them
yeah,
and shit
yeah.
like that.
That's true. The
Right.
UI was lacking really bad when you wanted to target your summon. It
Right.
was literally you had to click your summon, and if a mount was on top of it, or not a mount, if it was fighting in the mix, then I
Mhm.
guess you just had a 50-50 chance of clicking it or not. And if it was an emergency heal, it was
Mhm.
probably gonna die because
Right.
the UI was just so bad. But that's such a surface level issue. It's not that serious.
That's very surface level. Obviously, transpose wasn't working
Transpose
properly.
doesn't work.
And the thing that was funniest to me is like when we were over there by Earthsign Cave and I tried to jump in the hole and my mount was at, or my summon was at the top. It would path around the
Oh
whole
yeah,
thing because
yeah.
it couldn't jump down with me. So I was
Just bringing
like,
mobs the whole way with it.
right. I'm like, there has to be a better way. Like that needs to definitely be somehow fixed or somehow like made better. Maybe transpose is the fix to that because I would have just transposed myself with my mount or my summon and went down. Like there's certain things that I would like to get a retest once they actually fix like some of the, I guess you call it movement abilities, because that was the things that the only real things that really weren't working properly with the summoner kit in PTR was the transpose, was that one shot, I forgot the shot, but where you can like shoot at an enemy and then you can like teleport like your mount or
Oh,
your summon to it.
dimensional bolt?
Dimensional bolt, yeah, that one
Was that
wasn't
it?
working. Yeah, dimensional bolt.
Okay.
Well, it was just mostly the movement abilities that weren't really
Mhm.
doing a lot of the stuff. And then obviously visual effects, but that's usually the last thing that happens down the path
Yeah,
when they
yeah.
get all the stuff right. They just want to know if people were vibing with the kit. That's what I got. That's my general gist. Is that what you got?
Yeah, that's what I got 100%. Do
All
you
right.
buy they let you get all the gear you want? I
All right.
finally got to wield a glass veil short bow for the first time in my life. The most coveted caster bow on the entire realm.
For level 20.
So
For
good, dude.
level 20.
For
By the
20, for level
way, for
20,
level 20,
obviously.
because
Obviously.
we still got 30 and 40 and maybe even 50 gear, which is probably the
Yeah,
freaking
the
the
artifacts.
artifacts. So like,
I don't know why did they let you filter by artifact on the trading post?
because
They
at some
really put
point,
that in
at
there
some
before.
point,
No, no, don't at some point
at
me. Oh,
some
maybe
point.
it could actually it could be for the relics. Aren't
Mhm.
those artifacts?
I don't think it's for that
If
though. You can't trade
yeah, probably not.
artifacts. You can't
Oh,
trade.
okay. I mean I've never interacted with one, but
No, it's definitely
oh, fair
for the
enough.
item, item. Who knows? Maybe artifacts also are things for like flying mounts. Maybe you could they call those artifacts. Maybe.
I can't believe we didn't put that down as a talking point.
What?
No, there's no gliding mounts.
Oh god. Oh god. I mean, hey, let's keep it brief.
I
If that's
Let's keep it brief. Let's
if
oh hold on. Let's keep it brief because I'm throwing that in there
if
in
they want
all
to add that to
caps.
November's like what's it called patch notes, but they didn't want to talk about like gliding mounts being added to the game, I wouldn't be mad. I'd be extremely happy because Stephen J. Sharif, if you don't put gliding mounts in this tabletop mountains freaking anvils area, all these areas that have so a Jund Arc, which is huge verticality, and we saw them during the Mage Showcase like 2 years ago.
Long time ago.
Give me a
Long
break,
time
brother.
ago.
Give me a break. Like I would love. I mean, devs probably can't say what's coming next, but I would love. I wish someone would have asked that. Yo, we still fly. We saw gliding mounts like 2 years ago. What up? What of it, bro? Like what
Right?
of
What's
it?
with that?
Like
Why are they bottlenecking transportation so bad? Obviously, no fast travel. That's cool. I'm cool
yeah,
with that.
yeah.
But I'm level 25. I
Mhm.
have I don't want to spoil my episodes too much, but maybe it'll just keep you guys more interested in my series. So fuck it. I've
Mhm.
got 560 gold in cash. 560 gold. And guess
Mhm.
what? I'm still using a Scorpion Broodling. I'm still using a level 1 mount.
Yeah.
Still using that damn thing. I hate it so much. It's like the ugliest mount in the game. The
Hey.
Shoal Skipper. Oh, relax, buddy. The Shoal Skipper is so good for the water. They did great with the water mounts.
Mhm. Mhm.
Why are we still not able to glide yet? Why am I still stuck on a Scorpion, bro?
Mhm. Mhm.
Why? I mean,
Like
I
there's so
maybe
much. There's so much we've seen. Like the staff's not in the game. That was like 2 years
staffs,
ago.
yeah. True when they were doing the 2 mock showcase.
Right. It's like wanna
I will
know.
play devil's advocate. Maybe they're doing a complete hunter rework, and the gliding mounts are going to come along with that. That is the only viable
That's not gonna
explanation.
be this year. That's not gonna be this year. That's gonna be next year then.
I know it's going to be next year, and that sucks ass. But we went back, like Falco said, we went back and we revisited the anvils just yesterday. We were up in
Yeah,
the anvils, and
yeah.
like it looked beautiful. I
It looks
forgot how good that
amazing.
zone looked, unless I
Er,
did more passovers on
That
it,
was the
because it
first time
looks
we saw
so
it with
good.
snow. That was the first time we saw it with
Yeah,
snow.
when we spawned up
Uh,
there, it was no snow. It still
yeah,
looked good, but
yeah.
it looked really good with the snow.
Right.
But there was just so much verticality. It's like if you go back there as a 25, rich as hell,
Mm.
gliding, like I'm not saying flying like, a mayor with a dragon or whatever. I'm just saying gliding, like a mount
Right.
that can run and then glide down, so you don't have to sacrifice your goat off a cliff.
That shit's
Just a
hilarious.
it's like the most, it drives me crazy, man. Drives me fucking up a wall.
It's funny. I mean, the thing is, maybe the way I'm gonna play devil's advocate, even though I did bring it up. Maybe they're trying to make it so, because you remember they said, "Oh, you're gonna level up your gliding. Your gliding's not gonna be great from the beginning. It's gonna continuously get better as your mount gets better at its skills." Maybe they don't want to release gliding mounts until they have released like proper skills for your mounts and for like battle
Yeah,
pets, because we still don't have battle
I
pets
can
and
see
stuff
that.
like that. So maybe I'm playing devil's
I'm
advocate.
iffy on that battle pet system. Are you? Do you really want to play a summoner with a battle pet? I know you've
I
always been
would.
gung ho on the battle
I
pets.
love
I
battle
know.
pets.
I know you've always loved them.
I love
But
battle
do you
pets.
remember when we were talking to Gil in a voice chat and he's
Yeah,
like, "What the fuck? There's gonna be battle pets on top of all this crap?"
yeah, yeah. I
I
like
think it
battle
was
pets.
Gil. It was either Gil or but they
I
weren't
mean,
happy about it.
battle pets. They said it's gonna be more of a horizontal progression for battle pets. It's not gonna be vertical. So like you won't have to use them, but they will horizontally progress your character.
Well,
You
then
know.
people will use them.
Um,
Yeah.
but it's not vertical. It's not something. It's a must. It's an additive. And I don't know. I've never. I mean, obviously, on RuneScape 3, I do play the Necromancer. The Necromancer feels great. I feel like the
Mm,
Summoner feels very akin to it, like in a
it does.
sense,
Yeah.
but in like a better like graphical situation. It feels good. Um, and I wouldn't mind Battle Pets on top of that personally. I don't know. I feel like I like games that make skill ceilings that aren't like RuneScape, like OSRS. Even though I love good parts of OSRS, I don't like the part where like to be good at the game, you have to be good at using bugs that they don't know how to fix. Um, and this
I
game
agree
is
with that.
adding a skill ceiling to summoners and to people who have really good actions per minute. And as long as they keep people from being able to use like what do you call it? What was it? Like AI, not AI, but using macros to do certain things. I think we should be Gucci. Like level the playing field, let
Dude,
people be able to use auto abilities on their shit, but don't let people use, macros and shit.
do you think they're going to be able to stop people from using macros with all the overlays going around right now? I
I
know they're not
mean,
directly related, but
they're
it
using
seems they're
Unreal
having a hard
Engine.
time detecting the overlays.
I feel like if they use like Fortnite's like anti cheat or something like that, because it is Unreal, and I'm sure they probably could
Hmm.
use like Fortnite's anti cheat or something like
They
that.
probably could.
They need to have really they need to be able to really good at reinforcing their anti cheat and the people using like macros and stuff, because even RuneScape has a hard time with PKers using macros with what's called like HKing. What's it called?
Oh yeah, yeah, auto hotkey.
Yeah, auto hockey and shit. Like even
Yeah.
Odoblock has a hard time with that. But
Hmm.
like, there's always gonna be people who are shitheads trying to freaking macro and do stuff that is looked frowned upon. But as long as Intrepid holds true to what Steven's vision is of not letting people get unfair advantage, because he knows how shitty that feels being the person who spent so much money on games and then didn't get to reap the rewards for spending money. He should know how that feels. So don't let people
Hmm.
in to do that.
He does know how it feels. I don't have a doubt about that.
Right.
Just just hoping he can uphold what he said he will uphold and not listen to the community. Do not cave to the community
Don't
on
don't do that.
on any of these requests.
Don't do that at all.
That's a very important thing, not to do that.
Right. Because it gets real weird. Believe me. And also, I know we were talking about this. I know it's a little different, but don't. The game isn't as hard as people are crying out for it to be. Like
No, it's not.
it's
Yeah,
not
no,
as
it's
hard.
not.
Like like obviously I know we come from a hardcore like a gaming, which is RuneScape, which is like probably one of the hardest games to max out on.
I think it's the
MMO
hardest.
wise, right?
Yeah.
But like the people who really enjoy your game will want to play it an exorbitant amount of time, like RuneScape. Like they can literally put out an update and people will fucking sink a million hours into it on RuneScape, and they'll be like, "Wait, that was as hard as it was." You know, that's the type of
I
people
said, oh, that's it?
you wanna attract those hardcore people, and like it seems like almost everyone on RuneScape is hardcore now. People didn't think that was possible for you to attract like a freaking hardcore cohort of the game.
Hundreds of thousands of
Hundreds of
hardcore
thousands of
players.
people, you know. So I'm like, if you make a game and it's good, and you continue to do well by your fan base and by the people will stay, and that gets us into the next talking point, right? About the people.
Oh, yeah, that does get us into the next talking point. You're right. A game that people think is good. People seem to have rose-colored glasses or
Oh,
rose-tinted
dude.
glasses when they look at this game for whatever reason right now, and I'm partial to it as well. I have good memories with this game, but don't forget what it is, and don't forget the
Right.
studio that's making it.
Definitely.
Don't lose sight of that, and that is
Right.
New World.
Right.
All the New World hype going on right now because of that new season 10 event or
Right.
update. I've been getting a lot of comments on it. People have been asking me because I used to make a lot of New World content. People
Both
have
of
been
us.
hounding
Both
me
of
to
us.
go back. Yeah,
Right.
both of us. Falco actually put a New World series up too.
Right.
And even in the Discord, you see New World getting glazed, and not only New World getting glazed, but Alpha 2 getting like they're
Shit
putting
on.
down Alpha 2 to lift up New World.
Which is
And
not the way.
which is
The way.
ridiculous. First of all,
Not
that's
the
not the
way.
way. Second of all, you got to put things in context. This Alpha 2 is only a year old. And
It's not
in
even
that
a
year, we've
Mhm.
gotten way more content than New World's gotten in the past 4 years.
Right.
We've gotten the entire, with the tropics expanded, way up the entire anvils. They fleshed out the desert. We got the Jundark. We've got all, like,
We've gotten 5 new
we got
weapons. When was the last
we
new
got
weapon that happened
True.
in New
We
World?
got the great sword like 3 or 4 years ago, and
Right.
that's the newest weapon. And
Actually, no, the
the
newest
combat.
one is the flail.
Oh, the flail,
The
the flail.
flail.
Yeah,
That
the
was
flail. You're right. You're right. I forgot about that one.
Ugh. That was the newest weapon.
Um,
Well, on what did we get on Ashes? We got the freaking what's it called? The two-handed greatsword, the one-handed greatsword, daggers. We got the freaking the
I meant the
rapier
axe, the
or the
great axe,
axe,
right?
the great axe, yeah.
Yeah.
The rapier, the great mace,
The spear.
the spear.
I
That's
feel like
all.
there's even more, and we still have more on the way. And I know just adding weapons doesn't mean you're adding content,
Right, you're right.
but
They also added 2 archetypes. Don't worry.
yeah,
Don't worry, New World added archetypes
real
too.
archetypes.
Psych. Like
No. New World didn't add no archetypes. At the starting screen, it'll say pick your archetype. More like pick your starting weapons.
Right. Nah. And this isn't, by the way, we're saying this isn't to say a pissing contest to see which game's worse. I just don't like when people try to shit on like this alpha, even though we do talk our shit, we try to be constructive about it, but we're not just like, oh, this game's trash. No. It's like, give me a break. Like the last time, I'm gonna keep it a bean. The last time that New World was updated was Elijah and Wilds. That wasn't an expansion. That was a remodel. That was
the Rise of the Angry Earth, but they tried to
right,
treat it like an expansion. It was
right,
a little goofy,
right. So I'm
and
like, give me a
I don't
break.
want so it's you have to just keep those things in mind when you're saying, yo, New World's gonna be so hype and Alpha 2 is like so shit.
Right.
I don't
We've
think
already
you've
seen
explored Alpha
this.
2 to its fullest potential.
Right. I don't think you have, and I don't think you understand how this is very akin to what they tried to do with the Angry Earth expansion. They raised the level cap from 60 to 65. They raised the freaking gear score from like what was it 625 to 700 or some shit like that, and they brought in what's it called, the freaking artifacts, which people don't really even care really about anymore. They're kind of just
They're
like an
not
additive,
artifacts. They're
you
just
know.
legendaries.
Right, and now they're doing that, trying to do that with this freaking new dungeon, freaking procedurally generated shit, and then also leveling to 70 and higher gear score. It's about the same thing, but they're not adding a what's it called, like a new area to the game, really.
Right, they're not. I think there is going to be a new area. I'm not sure. Like Night
Actually,
Vale, I heard something about it. I don't like. All I'm saying is you don't have to shit on Alpha 2 to boost up New World.
Definitely don't.
Because, and I'm not trying to shit on New World here. I'm just reminding you guys, New World ain't that sweet. All right, the
Yeah,
studio that's
yeah,
making it, they don't have big aspirations. It's a
yeah.
and it's very easy to overlook all the progress we've made in the development of Alpha 2
Definitely.
when you're looking at something new and hot like New World Season 10.
I
Alpha
agree.
2 has come such a long way. The
Right.
game, the test, whatever, it's fundamentally different than it was a year ago.
100%.
It
100%.
I can't even list off the top of my head all the things they've added, all the systems that have been changed, all
Right.
the improvements that have been made, all the visual improvements.
It's like, bro, they have boats in this game. Does anyone know this? This game,
Oh,
it used to literally be freaking the Riverlands, a little sliver of the desert, and a little sliver of the tropics. Like now you got the whole tropics to sail around. You got the desert, you got
right.
the Jundark, you got.
You
It's
guys
like,
forgot how small the map was when the game
right,
when the test launched.
right. Like the servers, the game looks better. Just in general, the game looks better. Like. I don't know. I'm not saying that by any means Intrepid is running their game perfectly, but I
No,
am
far from perfect. Very far.
right. Their transparency can be a little shaky, at least to the common like folk or the person who everyone has their own litmus test of what they consider transparent or not. But I'm not gonna sit here and say that this alpha isn't going good. It's not good, and this game's not going to release. And that they're especially like the thing that gets me the most is when people are like, they're just going to release with the left half of the map. It's like,
I
bruh,
don't think so.
like
I don't think
we
so.
all we need left is Sujoma and the
It's
freaking
Sujoma to the top and the
Sujoma at the
volcano.
top and the volcano, the crucible, and then they can start
Yeah.
making the middle area for the freaking the sea, and they can make the right side. I would almost bet the farm on it. I'd be 80% likely to bet the farm on that they do actually make the right side, considering the fact that people probably didn't think they were gonna make all 8 of the archetypes at some point.
Mm-hmm.
People didn't think that it's like there's a lot of moving the goalpost on both sides, and you feel me? Like on them saying, "Oh, this is gonna release then," but us being like,
Mm-hmm.
"Oh, if this game
Yeah,
doesn't have good combat, this game's gonna fail. Oh,
that's
this
true.
game doesn't
That's
have this,
true.
it's gonna fail." It's
Yeah,
like
we do move the goalposts on them
right,
as well. It
like
does go both ways.
it goes both ways. So I'm like, I don't know. And the reason why we bring this up, by the way, is because we see a lot of content creators in the Ashley creation
Oh,
community
yeah, you're
who were
right. That
shown
was the
love by
point of this.
Intrepid. They were shown love by Intrepid initially, and now they kind of are biting Intrepid in the ass in like a narky type of way. In my opinion, it's like, and I'm not saying that they shouldn't be like they just because Intrepid showed them love, they have to freaking like be cordial with them or be nice or not speak their mind. I'm also saying that Intrepid put their, I guess you would call it, their faith in you to not jump ship and kind of keep it PG,
To keep it objective and constructive.
Yeah, and like some motherfuckers haven't.
Yeah, so there's been a lot of like if you, I don't know, I wouldn't say big crash outs, but like micro crash outs on channels. People talking about how they're not gonna make or not gonna like play Alpha 2 anymore because of how like dog shit everything is right now. And also a lot of the bigger content creators are straight up moving over to New World content.
Right.
And that
kind
of sucks to see because like this isn't some Steven, it's your responsibility. No. As a content creator, I feel like you have a very heavy responsibility to be the person that brings people back to the game when they start to lose interest.
Definitely.
It's your job as a content creator to keep the game interesting and to keep it to keep people logging back on. You are the backbone of the community as a content creator.
100%.
So when the alpha starts to like fucking die out a little bit and you're like, oh, this shit sucks, I'm going over to New World now. It's like, bro, you just abandoned, you're the captain, you can't abandon ship.
Exactly. And you were given the freaking the golden star too by the freaking company. You can't be given the golden star and then be like, fuck these
motherfuckers. That's so fake.
Right, because it's like keep it a bean. But like it's like it goes both ways though. Like when we talk about this, like I get where they're coming from. They're like, oh well, I'm not happy with the direction of the game, so I'm out of here. But at the same time, it's like don't jump into another boat that's sinking. Also,
you're right. You're just bandwagoning. It definitely is.
Don't jump into another boat that's sinking because like New World's not in better shape. That's all I'm saying.
You may think it is, but we put thousands of hours in that game.
Right.
It's gonna be the same shit. Just
Yeah.
like more than likely, Phase 3 is gonna keep being the same shit.
Yeah. Yeah. But
So
the thing
it,
is, I feel like this game actually updates its game in a reasonable time frame than New World does. That's the biggest defining factor in this MMO. It
mhm,
actually properly, even though they do their pushbacks and shit, they actually do update shit, and they do listen to some extent. Because like when people are like, "Oh, copper doesn't come into the game
mhm,
good enough," now no one says that anymore.
right. No one
Like
says that. It's
they
everywhere.
actually listen. Like, you feel me?
I
They
will say,
listen.
New World does not listen at all. Their
Yeah.
devs,
No.
they do not care 1% what the community has to say.
Nope. Nope.
Not even the slightest.
Nope.
Like we don't have any interaction or play with the Intrepid devs.
Yeah.
Somehow we had even less with the New World devs.
Right.
It was
Right.
bad on that game. They didn't
It,
they didn't care, like the community. The whole community could be saying something and they wouldn't even address it. It would
right.
just be cricket. And I
Right.
don't think there was a culture shift over there either. I know Scott Lang was
Scotland. Yeah.
either fired or moved on.
Right.
I think he
Or
just moved on.
retired. He probably retired.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, I think he just retired.
yeah.
But I don't think, just heed the warning. It's New World. It always is going to be New World.
It's just a cautionary
It's a
tale, because like it's not like we haven't been there. Like,
right.
we've
I
been
will
there.
say I miss New World sometimes. There was high points to that game. Really, really
Definitely.
high points. But
Definitely.
there was lower points,
There
even
was
lower than the
crazy
lowest.
low points, and don't get us started. If you guys want us to talk about that, about our experiences on New World, let us know, because believe me, we're not the only ones. Like, there's a lot of people who stayed around, like the Duke Slofts of the world. Like, that man rode that fucking game till the wheels fell off, and then
Oh
they put
yeah.
some new ones on.
Respect. Respect. Yeah.
Right. There's a lot of, like I said, there's a lot of people who stayed even through the turmoil, and I'm like, not saying you have to do that here, but just know what you're getting yourself into. Um,
I
I don't
mean,
know. I don't know. How did you feel about
obvious.
that?
How do I feel about the
Like
content creators?
like in the
What?
sense of like the content creators of this community, like the people who got like the most, like who probably had the
Oh,
most, like, I guess you would call it, I wouldn't call it
credence
seniority, but
or
the people who have had the most interactions with like the Intrepid
yeah.
company, having like kind of basically
I
turned
mean,
their backs on them.
I can kind of like you said, I can see where they're coming from. They're like, oh, I'm just gonna take a step back. New World's hot, so I'm gonna go make some videos on that.
Yeah.
You don't owe Intrepid anything as a content creator. You
Definitely,
can
definitely
do
you don't.
you can do whatever you want, play whatever game you want to play,
Right,
but at the same time, you are shooting yourself in the foot a little bit
right.
because if you stop making content on this game and then people stop tuning into your content because there's nothing there, and then they forget about the alpha.
Mm-hmm.
You signed up and paid money for Alpha 2 for a reason. You
Right,
love the vision of Ashes,
right,
so you do have some responsibility to be like, okay, this game or this test is in the fucking dumps right now.
right.
People are losing interest. I
Mm-hmm.
think as a content creator, I should try to make it interesting,
Mm-hmm.
make it fun to watch, and
Mm-hmm.
try to get people back on the test so that
Right,
so that the devs can get more data points,
right,
so that the economy can keep trucking along,
right,
so that like you have content creators are the backbones of MMOs. Look at RuneScape, the first
right,
real MMO to embrace their content creators.
right,
Award ceremonies for them, the
right.
Golden Gnomes,
Golden
like
Nomi's.
the
Rune Fest.
interactions.
Rune
Rune
Fest.
Fest, like it's a whole festival.
They have a festival,
Like
RuneScape. Like that, we need stuff like that for at some point
we're,
for
I,
Ashes,
yeah,
Ash
I think we're
Fest.
going
All
to. We
right,
definitely Verifest
Bear
or something.
Fest.
I don't know.
All
That
right,
I don't know. Better name than that.
yeah.
Um, but
I don't
it
know.
sucks to see. It really sucks to see. I've seen like 3 or 4 content creators that I watch regularly, and
Yeah,
now they've all moved to New World. And it's
right,
like if I wasn't making Ashes content, I would forget about this test because I'd be
right,
like, oh, they're not playing, they're not uploading.
right.
Why am
I
I
do.
playing?
It's definitely one of those things, but it's
It's
like at the same point, it's like, do you feel like they these content creators, do you think they fell off of the game because the game didn't go down their general, it's
yes,
like vision?
I
Because
do.
like I've heard
I
like
do
certain
think
things from
so.
content creators where they've said one thing, but like that's never been like Steven's like vision.
Right.
Like in the sense that this game isn't supposed to be an easy game. He always never said it's been supposed to be an easy game. He never really said this game is supposed to be like he has a vision and he's not gonna like it's gonna be very difficult for him to like fall off that vision. You know what I mean?
I get what
Like
you mean. And he's been pretty consistent with his stances, like the no instance PvE. It's a
yeah,
true PvX game, and you
right,
see a lot of content creators right now complaining that there's no instance PvE,
right,
complaining about all the PvP in the game,
right,
complaining about all the things that were made very, very clear by Steven in all the monthly showcases that they stayed up all night to watch with their
right,
popcorn and their little Diet Pepsi,
right,
watching that at 11 a.m. Pacific every
yeah,
month after month leading up into Alpha 2, just
right,
eating it up with a spoon. And then when Alpha 2 finally launches, this is what I want. I
yeah,
thought it was going to be like this.
right.
You see it everywhere these days. And now that I feel like that just doubles there, or that's like exacerbates the fleeing of the content creators that we see, because New World's hot. They all know New World's easy. They know New World.
Yeah,
You
New
get an
World's extremely
artifact just for
easy.
logging on to that damn game.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think
You
they
get it in
missed
a
that.
battle pass. You get it in a battle
Oh,
pass.
actually, no. I need to do a specific call out right now. This is a Richie SH call out, because
Ooh.
we watched his New World video, and he's kind of on a crash out arc with Intrepid anyway, so you kind of see this type of shit coming.
Yeah.
But in his latest New World video, he was like, "Oh, and the New World Elite, I think it was the Elite chest runs. He's like, the Elite chest runs are so great. You go on them and you hold your thoughts, and you fill up your whole inventory with legendary items in 5 minutes, and it's such a nice dopamine hit. You love seeing these drops." I'm like, Richie, how the fuck were you ever into Ashes of Creation? If that is what you consider cheap dopamine, if like, how were you ever you did fucking showcases of this game monthly for fucking years, like since Alpha 1. You knew what Alpha 2 was supposed to be. You knew what this game is trying to be. How are you over there saying elite chest runs that fill your inventory with free legendaries is good content and dopamine
Right.
hit?
Right.
How?
That's
How?
so funny that you bring that up because like a lot of people have talked about, you remember it being our phase 2.5 and how like the economy sucks and about how what's it called getting drops, like I hate it that I'm not getting any
Mm-hmm.
drops, and oh it's what's it called impossible to make gear, and like I felt like they overspun that it's or too quickly also, like a lot of some of the content creators, like obviously like the economy's kind of is shaky, but like I wouldn't say it's impossible to make gear and not impossible to make money. Like it's not like there it's it's playable. Is it in the state you want it? No. But it's playable and we've shown it, like even with small scale teams, like
Mm-hmm.
or we
Oh
haven't
yeah,
shown it yet
yeah.
because we don't have all our content
But
out yet, but
you will see it.
we
It has
we
been
will
shown.
show it. Yeah. It's been
Yeah.
proven. You don't need a freaking mega guild, you don't need polar or freaking the cosign, you don't need any of these freaking people. But yeah, I don't know. I just feel like people got real salty like this when phase 3 dropped. People were not happy with the start of it, but people always say phase 3 is supposed to be a very long, the last phase before beta. It's going to be a very long phase. This is not going to be a short one. I guess people expected the game to be in a way more complete place currently.
They had their own internal expectations
Yeah.
that were completely independent from anything Steven has ever said. He has never said phase 3 is going to be polished.
Yeah.
He did say that phase 3 is going to give you a feeling of the true essence of Alpha 2 or of Ashes of Creation.
He wasn't wrong.
But he wasn't wrong. I can definitely see
the true
some final
essence.
elements. Yeah.
I'll bet you the what's called getting drops is gonna stay fairly similar.
Yeah,
To where
I'd
it
be willing to
is.
bet that. I can see them definitely tweaking the crafting system, but the drop rate's probably staying the same.
Right.
You might get Great Hollow, you might get I forget the names of the other sets.
Metalborn.
Yeah, Metalborn. You're gonna get Metalborn and Great Hollow and other shit like that, but you're
Right.
not gonna get an Akadira belt
Yeah.
drop
You're
anymore,
not
which is
getting
why I sold mine for 160. Like, so
100%.
people know that. People
Right.
understand. They can read the room.
Right. Which I don't think is bad. I don't think it's bad at all. I don't think you should be getting what's it called? I don't think you should be getting Steel Bloom shit. That shit was busted. Steel Bloom earrings.
It was
Steel
busted.
Bloom earrings. Like literally on the first week. Like
Right. Full Rosarium guard, a 6-piece Rosarium guard set gave you like 400 extra fizz power.
right.
Like that shit was nuts.
It's level 26 gear, by the way. It's not level 23.
Yeah, it is. You
It's
need a
level
master.
26.
You need a Journeyman station that's master tier to make it.
Right.
So how are you getting that as a drop?
right. So like, I don't know. I feel like the game is not going in the like. And by the way, we're not saying Intrepid is great, does everything perfect by any means. Cause I know a lot of you motherfuckers probably who are watching this are gonna be like, wow, these guys are Intrepid shills. Oh, the paychecks came in. Ooh, Intrepid must be fucking with these niggas. I'm gonna keep it a beam with you. They don't talk to us.
They don't talk to us. I've had a friend request to Stephen J. Sharif on Discord for months. He doesn't like me. I could just tell. I could read the room.
He's definitely not a fan of me. He's definitely not a fan of me either.
and also the leader of the content creator. I don't know. Like maybe
Arcane
they're just not
Adam.
active on Discord. I know Steven is, but maybe
Yeah.
Arcane Adam's just not active on Discord. I have an active friend request going out to him too. I think he's the person who's spearheading the content creator program.
Yeah.
I think because he came
Yeah.
from Corsair where he did content creator stuff there. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure. Anyway, I have a friend request going out to him too. I just don't think they like me. So
Crickets. They don't like either of us.
if I glaze Intrepid, it's because I feel that way.
Yeah, yeah.
So-
It's definitely not because they're paying us or because we think it will make our standing with Intrepid better. It's literally we're gonna speak real and we're gonna speak what we really feel, and we really feel that some of the hate Intrepid's getting is not warranted, and we think it's kind of crazy. Some of it, you know, yeah. You know?
Well, anyway, that's an hour and 11 minutes. So I think we wrap it up there.
Definitely.
Yeah. So thank you guys for watching.
Thank you.
There
for
was
watching.
was there only one word?
Last word.
What? Hold up. Let me go in my drawers for this one. Not my drawers. Go in my drawers. Oh, we did one of these last time too. Here, make a sentence out of this shit. This Taco Bell sauce packet says that moment when. That moment when. That moment when what? You tell me.
That moment when they call Rebirth Radio the shield show and they stop fucking with us. Okay,
that's a good one. I'll pin that comment. I'd be like, this guy knows what he's talking about.
All right, that moment when they say, "Wow, this wasn't them freaking calling it trap incompetent."
And before anyone asks why I got Taco Bell seasoning or sauce packets in my drawer, they gave me too many, so I just said
he puts them in his pockets now. He puts them in his pockets to keep them
I put them in
warm.
my pocket, like pocket sand. I got pocket sauce.
Like when SpongeBob was like, "Oh, it keeps my hands warm."
Yeah.
Oh, dude. Well, yeah, I mean, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. What do you guys?
150 likes.
150 likes. Subscribe to the channel.
That's disrespectful.
Subscribe to the motherfucking channel. 1,000 freaking subscribers, and we will do a live stream of this, and you guys can freaking love us or hate us live.
Right? I would love to see that.
Right. 1,000. 1000. But yeah, I don't know.
And to the
excited.
3. I'm excited too.
I'm excited.
So, we will, as always, see you guys next Tuesday.
Next Tuesday, boys. Love you all. We'll see you.
See you then.
Peace.
Stay safe.